to Sunday Live.
That's right. We're going to go straight to our feature of the evening and listen to this. More than 200 million women and girls around the world bear the scars of female genital mutilation, a practice that is shrouded in secrecy and checked by threats of violence for those who opt to speak out. However, it is a fight that many are willing to engage in to save many girls at risk. Tonight's feature, Raquel Muigai tells us of the stories of those who have opted to go against the grain. Take a look.
Her silhouetted image could perhaps describe the darkest years of her life she has so far lived. Years that have sent 60-year-old Nongera Lelimo live gaps in the lives of many women and children for circumcising them in Baringo County.
I was paid 200 shillings to circumcise girls.
That, coupled with a mitt from the back of a ship, was good enough motivation for a job she proudly executed for 5 years, losing count of how many girls she has mutilated.
We circumcised in the morning and afternoon those who looked mature or were getting married. It was done on the right side as you enter the house.
At barely 12 years of age, Nongera says she was married off to a man who was older than her father. They are still together and have been blessed with 4 daughters.
I was circumcised.
Mbili ya nyuma tayari.
But why a change of hat for something she held so dear, a rite of passage that is regarded as purifying a woman?
It wasn't helpful, so I decided to join the church.
Including using the faith base.
Every so often, Nongera joins other women in the area who share the same vision as her. Young girls who are rescued and others who continue to bear the brunt of undergoing the cut.
Wakati unajifungua, unakatwa. Iyo cut kila wakati, iyo pain ya cut. Alafu unajua saa zingine wakati unatembea, unapata ile mwili yako inakuwa nyepesi, saa zingine unatoa tu hewa haraka haraka, yani inafunguka. By the way, ile uzazi inafunguka.
Susan was 15 years when she underwent FGM. Aged 47 now, she wishes she knew better than to opt to consent to the cut.
Tukienda soko tunaenda sa team. Wakati wanaenda wanakucheka vibaya mpaka unakufa, unaisha nguvu. Sasa utakubali kuchekelewa ama unaamua kufanya?
The World Health Organization indicates that female genital mutilation involves the partial or total removal of external female genitalia or other injury to the female genital organs for non-medical reasons. While 200 million girls and women alive today have been subjected to the practice, here in Kenya, 22 out of the 47 counties are regarded as FGM hotspots by the Anti-FGM Board, a majority lying within the Rift Valley region.
Other than Nakuru here and part of and Trans Nzoia and the entire Turkana County, the other 11 basically have got issues with FGM because we will have this challenge with our political leaders. Some of them are only interested in votes. They are not really ready to come out in public and talk about FGM. And the focus of all this that many of these leaders actually have not taken their own children to FGM.
So deep is FGM embedded in the culture that for some communities, it is a taboo for a man to marry a woman who has not been circumcised.
I have a daughter who got married, and my daughters don't get cut. And the man married my daughter. Later on, he called me and told me, we have realized that your daughter is not circumcised. So I told him, well, yeah, that's how she was. And that's how she is, and that's how she will be. You can now decide to live with her, or we take the necessary action. He couldn't do anything. He ran away and leaving my daughter alone without any care. Fortunately, she had not given birth. She came back home, and I took her back to school.
In 2011, FGM was outlawed in the country, there being no defense to consenting FGM. In 2019, President Uhuru Kenyatta declared his commitment to ending FGM by 2022, a position that has seen many like-minded organizations fully take part in.
there must be sufficient incentive for either people to stop or disincentive for them to stop. That's all that needs to happen. And that's what we need to work against. Because the question I ask is this: if it's going to take a long time, if it's going to take some time for culture to go away, how many more girls must die? How many more girls must be mutilated before that needs to happen? The only acceptable number is 0. Culture is not static. We cannot hide beyond culture to violate rights or to do harm.
Speaking out against FGM has not been easy.
Wakati unatembea kwa village, unapata watoto wanasema, kwani uko na right gani? Mimi naweza fanya vile nataka. So kuna ile upungufu ya ule mtoto, ako na ile ukiburi. So unahurumia kwa sababu aoni mwili yake. Anasema naweza fanya vile nataka kwa sababu yeye si mzazi wangu.
Kajiado is the only county amongst the 22 hotspot counties that has a county level policy to end FGM. Because without a council level policy, it becomes more challenging for the county administration to also put its resources and to also deploy its own mechanisms.
The challenges of cross-border FGM and medicalization of the cut, to the extent of having new mothers undergo the cut immediately after childbirth, creating a loophole in the fight.
They sing religious songs, you would think that there is worship in that home, while there is a woman in the house operating the girl. And then they continue singing like, Tenda mema buana. Which mema is buana tendering when you are circumcising the girl in the house?
But for those who carry the scars, the fight against FGM is more alive in their hearts. No level of threat will scare them. Nongera Lelemo's action of choosing to drop the blade that threatened the lives of a majority of girls is a clear illustration of when the bit changes, you must change your dance step, a step that she and others have taken to eradicate FGM in their community. Raquel Muigai, Citizen TV in Ngambo, Baringo County.